court, that's where you bring fake documents. Please accept the documents, and when they are found out to be fake, what will happen? Will they not punish you? Okay. The person that submitted.
But once it's admitted in evidence, is admitted in evidence.
No.
Why not hold?
Counsel,
let us check and proceed.
Let me. Sorry,
when the law still
sorry,
allows
I am not supposed to, but let me cross-examine you. Yes. Let me cross-examine you.
Yes, go ahead.
I have been in court.
I'm not standing in.
I know.
I'm not standing in for any of the parties.
There is a job that is not worthy.
There is something obtainable that he knows in court. You can't present any document in court to substantiate your evidence without photocopies to give to the opponents.
That's the opposing counsel.
He knows.
That is in terms of front loading. Yeah, look, listen.
As you tender this evidence, you give to the judges, and you also give to. He knows.
Listen.
So could that be that at the time of presentation, they've noticed that it's a fake?
That is what we are expecting to hear.
Of course.
Oh, my judges, the document presented by my ex whatever, and the one before me, it doesn't tally with what we issued. Then we would have had a better case.
Possibly somebody trying to give a break.
They haven't said. They say, see, we object to these documents, but we will say the reason why.
Let's give them benefit of the doubt.
Me, I am saying, whether they give reason now or 20 years to come, there is no reason they will give that it's tenable to object to this thing. The documents emanated from them, and if you think maybe anything is fishy, now you look at it. And before even it will be accepted in evidence.
What if in law we later discover that INEC doesn't even have powers to give out those documents?
Is that possible?
Huh?
No, wait. Let me ask you.
No, you're talking about law.
We are not exhausting the law. What if I discover later that this document you got from INEC, that INEC doesn't even have powers to give it to you?
In court.
Yes.
Because INEC has refused to give them 70% of the documents they require to prosecute their case.
What's wrong with INEC?
Why did you
don't like? You see, as I told you before, the law is being stretched to its limit. They must have their reason. That mere objections alone does not raise anything serious or
sinister.
Or sinister at all by mere objections.
Okay.
It is by the time the opponent replies and the judge rules.
Okay.
We will now have a holistic view of this. But the mere fact that a judge, somebody said,
a lawyer,
look, if you want to confuse me in court, I will appeal to the court. Please, can you hold on? Please hold on. Let me. In fact, I can even tell the court, hold on. Let me refresh my mind. Let me do my thinking properly. Let me
that story. Let's go to another story.
Let's leave it.
Let's just leave it.
It's a matter that's ongoing in court.
Let's leave it.
Let it continue.
The ex-SDP governorship candidate is asking the court to compel EFCC, ICPC to probe Wike. They have allegations which they mention. They said that in the course of their official activities, they became aware and have reason to suspect and believe that the fourth respondent, Wike, in his capacity as the governor of Rivers State, during his tenure, conspired with officials of the Public Service of Rivers State and officials of the 5th to the 16th respondents, the banks, to fraudulently withdraw and encash the humongous sum of 117 billion. Yeah, that's billion belonging to Rivers State government in excess of the threshold permitted by extant laws and financial regulations with intent to misappropriate and divert same. Let me still go back to the barrister so that we can clear some things. Why not go direct to the back through the court to see if an investigation can be opened on the form?
Possibly because of that. But you see, I on the injunction given. You know, we have talked about this injunction severally, and people.
Is it a perpetual?
Yeah, the perpetual injunction. That injunction was given, I think, by the Court of Appeal or High Court. But I don't think it was a Supreme Court judgment.
No.
Not yet,
But
not
it
a Supreme.
It
It wasn't
wasn't.
Supreme.
So the issue is this, that when a matter goes to court and the lower court takes a decision, okay, that the adverse party have a time in law required for you to appeal that decision. Even when that time has elapsed, okay, if you have credible reason, credible affidavit to convince the court why you should still file that appeal, the court will listen to you. It's a reasonable institution, okay, the court will listen to you. Unfortunately, the time for the injunction was given and nobody challenged it, and not only that, time elapsed and currently I doubt what anybody could do about it. But the question is the issue of corruption in Rivers State, where it emanates the other, ensure that it's out.
And the IPC from looking into the books of Rivers State government.
Exactly. But let nobody ever look at that injunction. The court that gave that judgment, as far as I'm concerned, is sound. It did what it ought to do, given it were those, or it is those that ought to have challenged if they feel aggrieved. Because a man can only go to when a thing is the correct position of the law, you don't need to go stressing the courts.
How about the ruling of how state governments spend their money? The FCC is when the transfer is from state to another state or state. To country, but as far as it is within the state, the EFCC is without jurisdiction. The EFCC has refused to comment on that, but the Supreme Court has said that on more than one occasion.
But you know that most of the transactions that call for some of this attention, most of the transactions done by state governments, most of these business transactions that result to some of these acts of corruption, of course, transcend beyond the state now.
Transcend beyond the state,
of course.
But that's something they will need to prove. But before they can even prove it, they need to deal with this court. Help them.
Well, that injunction, I don't think it's necessary bothering about that injunction, because all of us seem to have accepted that injunction. That's why we didn't challenge it that time.
So at this point, would this court give a ruling, give a mandate to the EFCC and ICPC to say, go and probe?
Let's hear the court.
Let's hear the court first.
Yes.
Mr. Nduke, on the face of it.
Sorry. You see, that is why I always say, you see, these legal issues and all that, let's just, if it were possible, a man could conduct his affairs throughout this life without heading to courts. I tell you. Now, they say, let's believe that. They said maybe 5 years after such injunction, if he's not vacated, you cannot do anything again. That means if they had been stealing a public till treasury, go on, up it up. In fact, fleece the people the much you can.
Thief away, just thief away.
That is it. What kind of law is that? Now, I'm not happy with the legal community in Rivers State. But the man come up. No, a living man is different from the one that has gone 6 feet below. I'm alive, I'm the one talking. See, I know that Emmanuel Ndukwe, except otherwise for religious reasons, I decide I have no interest in this, that, because I don't even intend to be tomorrow. There is nothing you can tell it. In fact, that game is so dirty. You will see that the man has the arguments you are talking about is what I'm telling you is the problem that is tying on the time expired. What was in their mind? And everybody is talking about you collected this money, you collected. There's a question you asked which I want to answer. See, even though I'm not a lawyer, but I think people are raising eyebrows, whether the time has passed or not, because of the way the transactions are said or alleged to have gone. Remember, they said they withdrew cash beyond the limit. That alone makes it something that is odious and has to be proven. Why you will go on the counter according to them and withdraw more than what does Emmanuel Ndukwe know about that? And I'm not interested.
117 billion.
Yes.
The limit is it 500 million or 500 billion?
It's all right.
It's one of them.
Now you can hear 170. Oh, that's that means it's not reached the limit.
It's either million. I think it's 500 million or 500 billion. I can't tell which now.
Okay, whatever. At least according to what they have in that piece. And let's take that line. We are not dedicating it because all I'm just saying is based on what is written.
Okay.
Now, if that is the truth, that means the state government went